up to any questions is Ria Chakrabarty. She is the policy director for Hindus for Human Rights, an organization that advocates for pluralism, civil and human rights in South Asia and North America. It provides a Hindu voice of resistance to caste, Hindu nationalism, racism, and all forms of bigotry and suppression. Ria?
So thank you all. As you've heard from everyone, there are a lot of harms that this Indian government has caused to many people around the country. So Prime Minister Modi is coming to DC for what he expects to be a warm welcome at a time when India is facing multiple human rights crises. In Uttarakhand, Hindu nationalists are attempting to clear entire villages of Muslim inhabitants, going as far as to mark Muslim homes and businesses crosses. And in Manipur, 249 churches have been burned as Hindu nationalists gin up ethnic tensions and take advantage of these conflicts to attack Christians. In Orissa, the central government failed to maintain rail safety, and this led to a horrific train crash earlier this month. Across India, Prime Minister Modi has failed to keep Indians safe. And yet, in the name of safety and order, this government has ramped up attacks on the press and human rights activists and closed space for political dissent in India. Like I said, you've all heard the particular harms that this government has caused across Indian society, and these harms extend to the Indian American community as well. So Indian authorities have been accused of using Pegasus spyware to surveil journalists, activists, and political opponents. The Wire identified more than 150 people who were targeted. And the New Yorker reported that some Pegasus spyware attacks on number 10 Downing Street, where the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom lives, originated in India. IT cells across India have conducted misinformation campaigns against political opponents and encouraged digital harassment of political critics, especially women and those from religious and cultural minorities. This harassment has extended to critics living outside of India, including to American residents and American citizens, and is designed to silence critics of the Indian government. Just this month, my organization's executive director, Sunita Viswanath, became the subject of a vicious trolling campaign led by the head of the BJP IT cell, Amit Malviya. This was an anti-Semitic campaign. It's incredibly sexist. And this is very routine for many activists who are targeted for this kind of harassment. And it is essentially a coordinated transnational repression campaign. I also want to underscore that Hindu nationalism is incredibly misogynistic. Like a lot of far-right ideologies, it revels in machismo. And you highlight strong men, right? And it also has harmful consequences for women and queer people. So theologically, Hindu nationalists sideline or even erase Hindu goddesses, and they resist any queerification of Hindu gods regardless of gender. In the real world, or rather in the lived realities of Indians today, this translates into the BJP embracing patriarchal values, even as Hindu nationalist aligned organizations in the US rainbow wash and pink wash the Indian government. So a perfect example of this is that in March, some pro-Modi groups held a women's empowerment summit at the State Department, where they talked about economic opportunities for Indian women and job opportunities that are now arising because of perceived economic growth. But they didn't talk about harassment of women in the workplace. They didn't talk about the increasing rates of gender-based violence, particularly for women from minority communities. And they didn't talk about the different bodily harms that women face in India today. So right now, women wrestlers are struggling to get justice against a BJP official who is accused of sexually assaulting many of them. And then the BJP has for years, even when it's not been in power, blocked efforts to criminalize marital rape. And right now it is actively fighting against legalizing gay marriage in India. While all of this is happening, President Biden and congressional leadership want to roll out the red carpet for Modi. But I'm very glad to see that across Congress, there's been robust pushback to this warm welcome. And many elected officials want President Biden to take a sobering look at what President Biden has done, or at what Modi has done to India. I'm also glad and grateful to see that the Indian American community has come together to resoundingly push back on Narendra Modi. We have just sent a letter with about 300 signatories from across Indian American civil society and allies to the White House. And in this letter, we are asking President Biden to publicly pressure Modi on democratic backsliding in India. While we gather here today, Indian Americans are protesting at a yoga event that Modi is leading in New York City. Today and tomorrow, as this panel is evidence of, we will see Indian civil society come together to push back on Modi's attempts to use a visit to the US to bolster his authoritarian credentials in India. And I'm especially proud to see that many Hindu Americans have stepped up to say, "Not in my name." While some Hindu American organizations have prominently rallied behind Prime Minister Modi, in so many events that we are putting together as a coalition, Hindu Americans are stepping up to push back on this visit and push back on Hindu nationalism as an ideology. Across faith, caste, linguistic, regional, and generational divides, Indian Americans are coming together to say that Modi is not welcome in the United States. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ria, and thank you to all of our speakers. We wanted to open up the floor for the next 10 minutes or so to members of the press and anyone who has questions. And if you could please be specific to who you're addressing the question to as well, that would be great. So anyone who has any questions, I'd be happy to take them.
It's not specific, and if anyone wants to jump in, it's be interested on how their thoughts on the Wednesday sorry for beyond just the US.
Great.
As the resident can do, right?
Yeah, so one really interesting thing that it's like called om washing, right? So you use the soft power that cultural Hinduism like yoga and like meditation and mindfulness have, especially in the West. And then you essentially what he's doing is taking advantage of that soft power to then show, look at me, I'm the leader of this wonderful practice and this wonderful religion, and it helps cleanse or it allows him to like equate Hindu nationalism with Hinduism, and then in that way wash away the crimes that Hindu nationalism has perpetrated in the name of Hinduism. And so that's what the yoga event is. It's really just like creating cultural soft power to then for him go back to India and say, look, everyone loves us. I'm this person who's put Hinduism on the world stage, even though what he's really done is put Hindu nationalism on the world stage.